Today I wanted to talk about the stupid things that dealers continue to spend their money on that could be better used on digital ads, on Facebook, on Pinterest, on Instagram, on basically anywhere other than spending the money on these shots. For example, lining up flags outside of the dealership in 2018 is not going to necessarily get someone to stop. Especially when that is a Mitsubishi dealership. It looks kind of cheesy, I guess you would say. Not that Japanese flags should be flying outside, but how about no flags at all? You got about 30 or 40 flags. Let's just say they cost $3 or $4 each. That's a substantial amount of money that you could spend on Facebook and get an actual return on it. The flags rip, they fade, they could fall down, people could take them, and you're SOL. They don't really add any value. The other thing that dealers do that don't really work, and I'm not sure why they continue to do them in 2018, is putting up cliche phrases. Family owned, used car super center. Those kind of terms, they don't really work. People don't really care about that stuff. I don't think anyone in my generation really cares about that stuff. I really don't think anyone in any generation cares about that stuff anymore. Maybe it made sense in the 80s and the 90s, but not in 2018. Another thing that just drives me insane is the signs that are on the side of the road that say things like deal, sale, stop and look. If you're driving down an auto mall street, let's just say at 30 miles per hour, you're not necessarily gonna see a poster that says, look, sale here, and just, jerk the wheel and turn right in because you saw the sign. It just looks very corny and very gimmicky. Tent sales. Hanging a tag in a car that has a tent on it and saying you're doing a tent sale to sell a car is beyond corny at this point. Most people don't really associate tent sales with anything, not the 18 to 35 or 35 to 45-year-olds. Again, maybe that was something that worked in the 80s. You just pop up a tent in a parking lot and sell a ton of cars. That doesn't happen anymore. People do their research online. They're watching YouTube videos. They are going to Edmunds.com, they're going to the manufacturer's website. They're not just driving around town to kick tires anymore. That's not how things work in 2018. Doing the giant blow up Uncle Sam around Memorial Day and 4th of July, doing the giant gorilla or the luchadora on top of the building that says Si habla español are all super played out. People have GPS, they have Waze, they have Google Maps. They know how to get to your business. You don't need to tell them, look for the giant gorilla on the roof. It looks gimmicky to people. If you're trying to shed the old idea that all salespeople from the 80s are greasy and that they're bad people and that they, pull gimmicks and all that stuff, then you need to stop with the old gimmicks. You need to stop with the gorillas, the look here signs, the flags, the cliched phrases, super center, family owned, we treat you like family. Just treat people right. It'll reflect on your Yelp scores and your Google reviews. Give people a fair price and treat people very well, like you would your mother or your father, your grandparents, your nieces, or your nephews. Thank you for taking the time to hear my rant about terrible things that dealers still do. If you would like some ideas on how to take your flag and sign money and spend it in better places, subscribe to our YouTube channel or leave a comment. We always like to respond and give people ideas. Or shoot us an email at hello@digitalcliq.com to see how we can help you convert that into campaigns that actually generate you some money.